action.
They are playing now, so whenever we can get game play
and we've
up
got
there,
it on here.
So seeing a run back from winner's side actually here. So, I mean, we'll see who will have, I mean, if Dank will have the comeback this time, or if Rob's just going to tear through him a second time.
Yep, this is ultimately kind of looked very difficult, I think for Sir Dank the first time around. So we'll see what the adaptation is.
Yeah, I mean, we have Sir Dank, fresh off of, the stove pretty much. He's got warm hands and everything. A little unfortunate there for that first stock there, but again, respawns and immediately goes back in for seconds. He wants this snake stock, and yeah, the uppy unfortunately not being able to come through that time, but there is for a second time, maybe gonna be looking for something else. There is another one for your troubles. 2-2.
Explosives all over the platforms right here, trading some damage, but we are ultimately back to even. Sir Dank very nicely cleaning up the stock back. Oh man, that almost was something a little bit dangerous. More of those down airs connected. Oh my goodness, the forward air, nothing doing on the combo. And the grenade explosion into the what seemed to be a sour up tilt. Not quite taking it off the top.
Oh yeah, no C4 landing there either, so a little bit of a miscalculation there from Rob, but the Nikita will follow and trace Dank again a second time. There it goes, his stock. So Rob is fully prepared for this Falcon right now, but Dank barely misses that back air, and it was so detrimental because that honestly could have taken the stock here. So we're seeing a little bit of a struggle from Dank. No dare spike, gotta find it, and there it is, the down smash from Dank.
Kicking the grenade back, but it didn't matter anyways because the foot is what took the stock. Rob trading feet back. Again, in every name of the word, up air, back air, trying to trade this damage back. They're both trading blows here, and unfortunately what we've seen is that Rob takes the first stock usually in these blow trades, so.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't matter, though, because this set, regardless, is explosive. We're seeing a much more closer game than we saw in the winner's side.
Right.
They're both at last stock now. Dank is catching up, let alone turning it up with the advantage point here. Gonna be able to just create some distance, but Rob able to make it back to stage here with the dash attacks and the explosives. Dank's fishing a little too hard for the uppy. There's gotta play it safe. The Nikita not gonna take his stock.
Dash back, forward tilt, not going to take the stock either. The Nikitas have been doing so much work. Rob really knows this explosion radius as well to hit under the ledge, to hit past the ledge whenever needed. 150%. Oh, not quite there. The grenade is going to take it. Next down throw is definitely stock take. We are past that sweet spot, and unfortunately, Sir Dank is afraid of it. We're using Falcon dives. But we lost track of the C4.
Oh, I didn't even know it was C4. I thought it was like a grenade that like snuck under him or something that just like killed him, set him up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, either way though, that was still very close. And I do love the adaptation we're seeing from Dank here. A little more fresh off the stove, as I mentioned. So got his hands warmed up, a little more ready. And maybe we'll see if he has like a better idea in mind for Snake this time around. It's really hard to turn around in such like a short notice within like a set's worth, because he just had a little bit of a break from winners and then fighting Tata. So now to face Snake again, it's like, okay, how fast can I think of solutions?
Right, whereas, Rob, not really unhappy with, the current position that we're at.
Right.
Like, is plenty warmed up against this Falcon, and it's not exactly a game plan that you have to really, be prepared for, right? There's a lot of fundies to it, especially when you're playing against Sir Dank. There's the fundamental aspect of what is the conditioning game and is Sir Dank going to adapt is really all that you need to worry about. There's not like any special tools that you have to worry about, like Snake's grenades. And as quickly as I was done with that sentence, Sir Dank's first stock was done as well.
Yeah, and now this game too seems a bit more rushed down right now. Rob with a very big lead right now, and gonna hopefully run away with it pretty much, because as we see, he's kind of just favoring the corner of the stage here and just prioritizing that to be his little safe haven, if you will. But a Dank going to be invading his space, not letting him land or breathe. You see the dash attacks come into play here, and a down throw into a back air. Going to be bringing back the momentum slowly but surely.
But at what cost? We have 127% off of all of that damage trading. Unfortunately, Sir Dank loses that stock as well. And now it's a full clean stock up for Rob. And we've mentioned it time and time again, but that's the worst place to be when you're facing against a Snake. All Snake really has to do is grenade and shield, trade damage for days, and eventually he'll win the game. You don't actually have to do anything special with the game plan when you're ahead.
Yeah, most definitely. And honestly, I don't blame Rob for taking advantage of that. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. And you've got to play with such precision and patience here. So we're seeing that from Rob right now, especially going high with that recovery and the landing grenades, missing that up smash there, but getting a rapid jab in from Dank here. Hopefully can follow up with an up air of some sorts, maybe an uppy, another back air, but the DI is super strong right now from Rob.
These falling Nikitas from high disadvantage to land on the platforms to try to threaten Sir Dank away have been so smart from Rob, but it's been even more clever from Sir Dank in the ways that he's avoided them to even the stocks back up.
Oh my God.
No combo there, no shot.
That would have been insane if we saw like the fair into the up air.
And it's 31% knee. I'm not pretending that would have killed anyways. DIN, easy one there to tech.
This is definitely possible, and
No
I
way!
know that because it is real. The Sir Dank comeback is very much real.
Goes so high for the Falcon dive. First time that I feel like we've seen that from Sir Dank in the Snake matchup. You said you can always recover high as Snake. You can be reverse falling grenade and nobody will be able to catch you. And Sir Dank says, the second the Cypher's gone, I'm on you. Grabs him.
I'm there.
I'm all the way up high.
Yeah.
Very clean from Sir Dank to even up the game counts 1-1.
I definitely feel like he cheesed that stock because who does that?
Yeah, of course he cheesed that stock. What else would you call that? That doesn't work twice.
No way he does it a second time, right?
There's no shot. If he does, I'll pay him $10. I don't have much more. Shout out to Midwest Battleground. Anyways. Grabs the grenade, waiting for it to explode. Oh, unfortunately actually eats the explosion there. Kind of giving up a little bit of an edge guard, but gets to do it again. Oh, that's pretty deep. A little bit dangerous.
Oh, no, Nikita there,
Too
but
low.
way too low for recovery. And yeah, that's got to be detrimental there. I mean, with like the momentum that you had, it feels like it almost just burns it and it just kind of stops you. But I mean, again, still not too far behind either way. Definitely can make this up with a quick little edge guard game, or if he happens to go for another uppie, but actually opting for the up smash there, not going to land it though.
Okay, these are some creative Snake combos you don't see every day.
Yeah, most definitely.
Falcon dive eating right there, trying to get back to stage. Oh, Falcon kick into the C4, unfortunate. Sir Dank is down 2 stocks at this point. That is the type of lead against Snake that can be considered insurmountable. But it is Sir Dank.
It is Sir Dank, and we are now getting that back air, so he's still in it, but we will see if he will win it because it's looking really scary. Another C4 for your troubles, 80% here. Gotta play your card safe, gotta play a little more frugal here. But yeah, I mean, Dank is just not looking to stop whatsoever. Just full on approach me here.
Nah,
Oh, man.
Nikita too scary. Circle around the ledge and it's gone. Rob goes up 2-1 in what was ultimately the fastest game of the set yet. Michigan's final soldier trying to hold it down for the entire state to make it to grand finals to fight Chicagoland again.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of, it's just like a Chicago bloodbath. Like you gotta go through like
The gauntlet.
the gauntlet of Chicago.
Wait, but it's in reverse. You already took out Chicago's #1. Now you're going to, and then you'll face them against Ice Knight.
Yeah. Either way, though, I mean, it's looking a little grim for Dank, but he can definitely still turn this around here as it is game 4. And we already saw what he was like capable of doing in that game 2. And as long as he can still have that energy and the passion for it to still be in this game, it is so doable for him.
And it's never over for Sir Dank from that perspective, from the energy, from the passion. It's really just a matter of, can the creative options continue to be unexpected, right? Can you throw in the Falcon dives at the right time? Can you find the cheesy options at the right time?
Yeah.
Like that's the challenge.
Yeah, and I believe it's a bit more about precision because we're seeing that from Rob
That's
here.
it.
The precision with like the Nikita and the placing and everything is so well. And Dank, we're not entirely seeing that. We're not getting the bigger picture here. And I would like to see that more if we just had more of like oomph with it pretty much.
Right.
If I had to describe it.
F tilt gets Sir Dank back off on the ledge. That's not connecting.
Yeah,
no
okay.
shot. Just stick with the Nikitas. That's all you're going to need. But the up smash evens the stocks back up. Rob might be eating his words on, or at least his inputs, choosing that option and getting the stock taken. Just running right over the C4. I mean, so scary, but you know, sometimes you have to.
Yeah, I mean, when you're this far into the game, you just don't no longer care that you just gotta try anything at this point to like mix up your opponent.
And you can see that too, looking for a ledge trump and ultimately trading back and forth. Finally avoiding the Nikita by going high. It's the only thing we hadn't seen from Sir Dank yet. Finally seeing that adaptation, and the stomp into up smash gives Sir Dank the lead.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a turnaround, but it's still just a little too behind here. We're still seeing that momentum from Rob here, and he's just not stopping whatsoever. So Dank is going to have to put 110% into this last stock here.
Do you see how Rob was all the way like in the corner, claustrophobic, could not move out of the corner, and then just kept pulling explosives until Sir Dank backed up to the other side of the stage and then moved forward with the explosives. Look at how much stage that Rob has taken just from pulling explosives and moving. Sir Dank can't find the opening.
It's just option coverage. That's all it is.
I mean, it's true. Down air into the dash attack. Sir Dank setting up at the corner right here, or trying to get out of the corner, I should say, off of Rob's setups. There's a Falcon kick mix-in. That's the options that you have to sparingly use, and especially in this moment where you got to try or die trying.
That's definitely the motto for Dank here. He's going to die trying to fight for his life, and he's at 110% and completely has to make up this game, or the up tilt will take it.
I'll give it up. That was hot. I'll give it up. Dash forward, dash back to bait the grab, dash forward up tilt. That was pretty nice. Congratulations to Rob taking that 3-1. Now we wait.
Now we wait for another Chicago rep to face